Okay, so it is time. Alright, it is indubitably time. So, Monster Hunter World is dead and gone. Rise is coming up real soon, so there's nothing else left to do but to make a tier list of all the monsters in the game. I've not ever done a thing like this, and we all know it's finna be okay, here we go. Nevertheless, let's look at it. So, at the top of the list, we got Godlike, because you know, if a monster's godlike, a monster's godlike. Then you got a monster that's OD. Yo, when you OD, you pretty OD, you know what I mean? And then you got fire, then you got kinda alright, then you got bust ass, then you got extra bust ass, and then we got Shrieking Legiana. Now, let me explain bust ass and extra bust ass. Bust ass is monsters that's just like, damn, son, I don't like you like that, and you just gonna be catching the bust ass. An extra bust ass is even more like that. There's a couple of monsters who fit both categories, and I promise you the extra bust ass and bust ass is going to be slightly less than the other. Like, it'll be like 3 bust ass and like 6 extra bust ass, or like 6 bust ass and like 3 extra bust ass. Nevertheless, let's get it going. So first off the rip, yo, let's get the free one out the way. Where is it? I think this is my guy right here. Boom. Shrieking Legiana. Yo, you, oh my god. Like, dude, Shrieking Legiana, my goodness, I don't even know what else to say. The absolute worst monster of all time. Like, I'm not, yo, we off that. We just moving into the next one. So, let's get to, let's start it with some godlike, you know, let's see what some godlike monsters are. Okay, godlike monsters. You'll scroll up. My man Urigan. Now, you may be saying, Dak, you're biased. Fucking right. Everyone's a little bit biased, but my man Urigan literally got the best glow up known to man. He has never been that interesting of a monster. In Iceborne, they made him a lot more interesting than he ever could ask to be. They added new moves, new ways for him to do certain things. He even has that flame wheel that's super freaking interesting. How he rolls up and down those healed areas at the far, it's like the left side of the Elder's Recess. So godlike. I mean, his armor is insane too. And obviously, I'm a little biased, so I had to put him there. That's my boy right there. That's the man Urigan. All right. Now let's go to the next joint. Yo, who else is godlike? Are there any other godlike monsters? Let's see. Who is godlike? Can't forget Goat Butter. Yo, Goat Butter is godlike. My goodness. Yo, when this monster first came out, people was this, wowzers, okay? An amazing monster, top of the line. I mean, I love the fact that it was like a full siege fight. Like, I mean, I get Saffi as a siege fight, but the reason why people don't like Cove to Roth, or Goat Butter if you will, is because the siege took too long or whatever. For me, it was a huge expansive event, okay, where Saffi was just like, you go straight down, then you fight it. Cove was like, follow me, chase me, go through different platforms, boom, then you fight me, you know what I mean? I thought that was a lot more fun. All right, and then also everyone was dipped in hella butter rocking those weapons in high rank and also even in G rank. I mean, there's still some of the better weapons in the game. Saffi does exist, but Goat Butter, Cove to Roth did it first. Beautiful monster design, amazing fight. I love the way it actually worked in the whole dynamic and everything. Fantastic. All right, let's see. I think I think I see my guy. Godlike. Okay, godlike. Black Veil Hazak. Wow. Wow. I have nothing. Yo, okay, I have plenty to say. Let's say it. Black Veil Hazak was the first Elder Dragon I fought that I was like, yo, damn, son. Word? Dead serious. That's how I felt. I know that's like, not a lot of people can relate to exactly what I just said there. I mean, there's some ebonics in that, but other monsters had like fire or ice or blast or whatever. My man came with the funk. Okay, he was George Clinton Parliament type of funky. All right, and it wasn't like it was an incredibly difficult fight, but what he had in spades. The ability to hit you with the effluvium and then pull like the life essence from monsters infected with it, even you included, from the atmosphere. That was so amazing. He is confined to his own section of the map, you know what I mean? Down way in the belly of the beast, if you will. Just laying in the cut, being the literal Grim Reaper of like that whole ecosystem. Everyone falls to my guy down there. I mean, he is grotesque. I mean, he looks like something out of some kind of gothic horror, okay? Like some kind of cosmic type horror thing. That design is incredible. The fight was amazing. My man is just godlike. Armor was actually pretty good too. Super nice. Okay, now let's go down the line. Actually, I want to get some godlikes out the way and Shrieking Legiana. Let's start from the top row and just go straight on down, so that way there's a bit of structure into this. So this is Ancient Leshen. My man is Shrieking Legiana tier. Okay. Okay, now we got my man Andrew. Yo, my man Andrew's OD. Okay, yo, look at Andrew. That man Andrew is OD. Andrew was the first gatekeeper in the 5th generation. Other monsters that you fought up to him were relatively soft, okay? And then you had Andrew, who walked in and then he was delivering extra amounts of bus ass. Not this kind of bus ass, but just whooping yo ass, okay? And he had really good fire weapons. I still think some of the better ones. I mean, he had higher attack and higher element. He just lacked the affinity. And if you want to circumvent that or not circumvent it, depending on what type of weapons you're using, probably the better joint in the game. Granted, Rathalos did have better sharpness, but that's neither here nor there. But what is here is the fact that early on, he was one of the monsters that, again, who really checked you, made you really realize that, yo, this game is for real, and had you utilize everything to the environment to your fullest. If not, you were catching a fat L. Also, his design is essentially what got everyone who aren't monster hunters to become monster hunters, because it was his design that allowed people to say, oh, look, it's like a game where you fight dinosaurs. My man woefully looks just like a dinosaur, so they kind of piqued their interest. So shout out to the homie Andrew for that. Okay, now we got Azure Rathalos. My man is bus ass. Now we have Baroth. My man Baroth is fire. Shout out to my man, yo, 3rd gen getting some representation. I didn't speak on Azure because he's just Rathalos, and Rathalos is ass. Okay, we're really not gonna get into that. He's bus ass. He's not extra bus ass. Actually, he's extra bus ass. He got some fun. Actually, no. I like his fight. His fight it presses you. It really does. So he's a good fight, but we're gonna put him in bus ass because it's Rathalos. He's trash. Anyway, so we got Bareth here making a return. My guy, what? The first brute ever you run into, you're so godlike. All right, not that godlike, but very good. He's a fun fight, really decent gear. I like the area they put him in. His abilities to do what he does, i.e. sling the mud and charge at you, is really cool. I like how they changed his charging animation up a little bit to where he charges and he has like a freight train sound effect going on at the same time because he has the pipes in his crown. Super sick, really nice subtle touch. Okay, not too hard, not too crazy, still a very good monster. Shout out to the homie Bareth. Now we have Baz. Is this Baz? Is regular? Yeah, this is regular Baz. We getting everybody. Excuse me, subspecies included. Baz. Baz is definitely at least OD. He might even be godlike. Let's put him at OD for right now. Okay, let's talk about Baz. Baz is just, actually, I see Leshen over here. Put Leshen down here. Bam. All right, now Baz, Baz is so sick. Like as a bad guy, as a flying wyvern, he, in my opinion, is the best flying wyvern to ever exist. They took the most boring monster class, the absolute most dry, cut and paste cookie cutter monster class, flying wyvern, and actually made it cool. What he does isn't relatively super unique, but it never happened before, so it's really cool to actually have it implemented into the game. My man is literally flying across the battlefield, shaking his scales, dropping the scales all on the ground, making them blow up, like causing you all sorts of pandemonium. It's like, oh, I can't step over there because it's about to blow up. Can't step over here. You kind of have to thread the needle, especially when he shows up when you're fighting someone else, when he's not your main actual prey. Ugh. Yo, as someone who actually really likes it when monsters come in when you're already working on a particular quarry, Baz really, like, actuates the fact that this is a living environment. Like, I'm going to pull up and you have to hold all my shit. I'm not gonna pull up immediately. I'm gonna fly over. I see what's popping over there. I'm gonna sprinkle some scales, you know what I mean? And then it's like, oh shit, Bass is here. So now you have to account for the scales, and you gotta account for the monster actually fighting. And then he comes in and dive bombs you know what I mean? Like, it's just so cool. He's not a super fast moving wyvern. He doesn't have incredible abilities. I mean, his fire breath is pitiful. Like, it does like no damage, has no chip. It's one of the worst ones in the game, truth be told. But he has what he has. It's so unique to him. No other monster essentially has something like this. And yo, he's a freaking B-52 bomber. He's a stealth bomber. He's a carpet bomber. He's a bomber of a freaking monster. And like, he's super sick. His tempered, remember the double temper joint? Yo, people was sick, bro. Nevertheless, moving over to the next juice, we have Behemoth. Behemoth is fire. Behemoth is almost OD, but Behemoth is regular fire. I'm gonna explain why he's fire. All right, so check it out. When we first started getting new DLC monsters, you know what I mean? Behemoth was, I don't know if he was the first one, but he was one of the first ones. He was in the first wave. He was the first crossover monster, one of like 2, maybe 3 that we got. Nevertheless, he added a particular type of playstyle that was completely non-existent in the Monster Hunter like universe. The roles of having DPS and tanks and healers and stuff like that. Yeah, people said, oh, I'm gonna be the healer, or I'm gonna be the tank, or whatever, but the monster just went after where the hell the monster actually went after. Insert Behemoth. You can pull aggro, and then he'll focus fire on you. So if you're tanky, lanced up, shielded and all, you have all your abilities set up to where you can actually hold down a lot of defensive like positions, i.e. pressing the R2 button. Then you have DPS going around smacking the hell out of them. Then you got the healers smacking the face with all kind of potions and shit. You know, it was just so cool. It changed the hunting dynamic on its head. The fight was really tough initially. We're not gonna talk about Extremoth, but I just really liked how they took a MMO type of style of play and implemented it into Monster Hunter. I, for one, really enjoyed that. I like it whenever a monster has the ability to pull aggro towards you and everything. I mean, that's why Leshen was cool, but damn, yo, Leshen was some bust ass, damn. But Behemoth did it right. Good shit. All right, yo, Black Diablos. Black Diablos is pretty fire. Black Diablos is pretty fire. I'm with it. I'm with it. Black Diablos is pretty fire. It's basically just Diablos. I like Diablos. Actually, I like Black Diablos a little bit more because Black Diablos likes to give you a little bit more bust ass. She, because Black Diablos is indefinitely female, where Diablos can be male. Black Diablos is just like Diablos, just Black Diablos puts the pressure on a lot more. And I like Diablos. Diablos is one of my favorite monsters of all time. The thing with Diablos though, Diablos didn't really change in world, but it's kind of hard to switch up what Diablos has. Diablos is one of those monsters where it's like, yo, I do this one thing and I do it well. I do it, and I do it well. I'm not godlike because I'm one note, but it's a very good note. So, yo, there's Diablos. Dodo Gamma, extra bus ass tier. Why is Dodo Gamma extra bus ass tier? You lucky you have artillery on your shit, my guy, or you'd be shrieking Legiana tier. Dodo Gamma is one of those monsters that you forget. Okay, excuse me. Any sane person, Dodo Gamma is one of those monsters that you just forget. Like Dodo Gamma, what? Hold on, who's that? Gotta go and hit the Googles, figure out what the heck's that. Oh, that's that one trash monster who literally showed up. He's a tier 2 monster among tier 3 and tier 4 monsters. He just gets in the way. You know what I mean? He's also extra bust ass tier because he helps a little bit more. Whenever he spits up, he regurgitates his blast balls or whatever. Whenever you're fighting a monster in Eldritch Recess, it does a lot of damage. It can potentially break a lot of parts. It does stagger them. That's really cool. You did a good thing, my guy. But other than that, I don't see where the appeal is for him. I guess people really like cute things. Whatever. Anyway, now we have Great Gyros. Yo, Great Gyros is OD. This is the boy right here. Let me tell you something about Great Gyros. Great Gyros is one of the few greats, one of the few drones, one of the few tier 1 monsters that actually does what you think it would do. Like, it controls a whole bunch of little guys, and those little guys usually just run around doing whatever. But for Great Gyros, he actually commands them, you know what I mean? And he gets them to do certain things. If he wants them to attack, he wants them to defend, he wants them to swarm, he can roar, or he'll shake his head frills or whatever, and they'll act accordingly. Especially when he will send them on the attack and they get the paralysis on a monster. Oh man, they come in like hard body and be, yo, you ever been in the freaking, the stank place? I can't remember what it's called, but you know what I'm talking about. You ever be down there and then like you're fighting, let's say Odogaron, and then he gets paralyzed? Yo, they come in swarming, hard body. They just, ugh. So he's really cool. I like him. His design is amazing. Yo, that Plague Doctor armor, need I say more? Great Jagras, bust ass tier, and it's not his fault. It's not his fault. It's actually, he's alright. He's alright. The reason why it's not his fault is because he's alright. He does what he's supposed to do. He's literally the punching bag. He gets extra swole in the stomachs, so he can literally be like an extra punching bag. You feel what I'm saying? So I mean, I get it. That's just his job. He's supposed to just be there and get beat up on. No frills, just he gets the job done. So that's my man's. Wow, my man is bust ass. Okay, Gyarados is bust ass. He's trash. Kieran is extra bust ass because Kieran is extra fucking bust ass. All right. Let me think. What are some redeeming qualities to Kieran? Kuliaku is kind of alright. He's right in line with Gyarados. Excuse me. Gyarados, let's talk about him real briefly. He has the only water weapons in the game before Iceborne. That made him useful in some degree, but he wasn't that really appealing of a fight. He essentially made it to where it made it okay for have monsters to like live in this much water and say, yeah, water combat. And because that's a thing, all my future Leviathans won't really get any real play because he exists and he made the mold. So I have beef with him. So that's why he's bust ass. Kuliaku's kind of high because Kuliaku does what it does. It has the egg or the rock and it smashes you with it. It's kind of cutesy, I guess, for some people. I get it. And it's a chicken thing. I mean, he ain't got nothing to him. He just one of them monsters, you know what I mean? He's just kind of there. Okay, Kush. Kush is OD. Kush is OD. Let me tell you something about Kush. I like Kush. I like Kush a lot. Okay, Kush is one of my favorite Elder Dragons, like bar none. Rusted Kush is my favorite Kush, but Kush is nice. Kush has probably he's in line with Valhazak or even Urigan even for like glow up of the year, because Kush had the ability to make the tornadoes. He'll shoot them. They'll go around the area. They'll do whatever, and they'll dissipate. Kush in World, he has fat tornado. I mean, extra thick, large tornado. Sit right in the middle, and it'll block an entire area. It's a black tornado, so you can't see through it. Then he'll jump through. I mean, the tornadoes are bigger and blacker. Pause. And they do a lot more damage, cover much more real estate, and is a lot harder to play around them. And he loves it. He loves every inch of the fact that, pause again, my goodness, that he can do all of this and then command the playing field so well, and then you have to kind of fight around that. I think it's godlike. A lot of people think it's incredibly annoying, but I really think it's really cool. I mean, he's an Elder Dragon of Wind. Let him abuse that ability, and he does it to its fullest. Now, Lavisoth is kind of aight. Lavisoth has always just been, he again, with the kind of aight, they're there. They're doing what they're doing. They ain't really doing too much extra work. They just doing what they supposed to do. That's what he's doing. He's just in the lava, hanging out, doing him, minding his own business, not essentially giving you much of anything. His gear is actually bad. I don't remember any of his gear at all. But he's fine. The fight is okay. He actually smacked me a couple of times. But yeah, he's just kind of there. Legiana. I hate to do this. Legiana is fire. Legiana, not shrieking, Jesus Christ. But Legiana has the most graceful flying ability of any flying weapon. The fact that it can just kind of throw the ice on the ground, very annoying. Almost putting it bus ass tier. However, it's actually unique in how it actually produces the ice. Usually you'll get an ice in the form of like an ice beam or an ice ball or whatever. My man throws like, was it like sleet or something? Yeah, sleet, I think. It's sleet. It's sleet. He'll sling it all on the ground. He'll flip around and toss it. It's just really cool. Graceful. Very, very, very nice design monster. Yo, Luna. Where do we put Luna? My goodness. Let's put Luna in fire. We're gonna put Luna in fire for this reason. Luna was the hardest monster in base world. The hardest flat monster in base world. Behemoth is in base world, but Behemoth is a special case. I'm calling him a special case. But Luna was the hardest monster in base world. Had people chickadee checking themselves before they wrecked themselves. She was the first monster that I sat back and like, all right, I have to make a set that is anti-Luna, and I figured it out. Funnily enough, it's Kush. Who would have realized that to beat Luna, you need to go to Kush, which is exactly how you beat Tio in the previous games, by wearing Kush armor, I think? So that's kind of cool. Wind pressure and speed eating. That's how you beat Luna. Very cool monster, super dynamic, better than Tio. Where's Tio? Tio's kind of high. I literally cannot put them in the same tier. It is impossible for me to put them in the same tier. These are the same, but two woefully different monsters. It just outclasses it in essentially every single way. My man Tio has a Nova, and that's it. That's it. Luna has a Nova, but has that oof Nova. Like, if you ain't got wind resistance, you're catching the fat L. So, yeah. Moving over to Nergigante. Nergigante is bus ass. It's not his fault. It's his fault, but it's not his fault. He has the hardest counter in lances. I'm a lancer. Like, fighting him with the lance is the equivalent of falling asleep at the wheel of a car and driving 600 miles across the country and not getting pulled over or you swerving out of your lane or crashing at all. It's that easy. He did get a glow up when it comes to Ruiner. Where is Ruiner? Is he down here? I don't see Ruiner. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm blind. But Ruiner was better. But regular Nerg, extra bus ass tier. Excuse me, regular bus ass tier. Devil Joe. I've been skipping Devil Joe. Let's put Devil Joe in. You know, I don't really feel Devil Joe like other people be feeling Devil Joe. I'm gonna put Devil Joe in fire because his gear in base world was the gear to have. His lance was godlike. He disrespects a lot of monsters. You know, for the sake of Nergigante and Ruiner being better, I'm gonna put Nergigante in kinda eye. I don't see Ruiner down here. Because I don't see Ruiner, I'm gonna put him in kinda eye because Nergigante trapped, but Ruiner took everything that I hate about Nergigante and just made it better. That's it. They just said, okay, we see you have problems with this, let's fix that. And then they fix it. I'm like, cool. I don't like you. You could have been better. But between being fire, which would be Ruinary, and being bus ass, he's kinda high tier. Devil Joe. It's Devil Joe. There's nothing else to say. I mean, either you really, really like him, you kind of like him, you don't. I mean, I don't really know anyone who doesn't like Devil Joe. I like Devil Joe. We know what Devil Joe is. He's a very disrespectful monster. He'll come into any kind of fight and like smack anything around. Savage Devil Joe didn't. Savage Devil Joe was better than any. I will solo any monster. Don't care what it is. But when Savage Devil Joe shows up, that is a two-player that you put. There's two hunters in there. If it's 4 hunters in a match, and Savage Devil Joe shows up, that's 5 hunters in a match. Let Savage Devil Joe beat that. I've seen Savage Devil. I actually tried. I put Savage Devil Joe against Urigan. He beat by himself. He beat Urigan, I think 27 minutes. By himself. Devil Joe. Monster fights. Godlike. So I gotta give it to him. Odogaron. Oh boy. Odogaron is just kind of there. Didn't like him. For those who like his armor, I understand why you do. But for me, I don't know. God, he could have been better. He really could have been better. I don't know how to make him better. I'm not gonna say Ebony was much better. Let's go ahead and put Ebony in there. Ebony's better than him though. But I liked Ebony because of the dragon element. I kind of feel like Odogaron should have been able to actually. I feel like Ebony should have been just Odogaron. There should not be Odogaron. It should just be Ebony. You know what I mean? Odogron suffers from the the Nargacuga complex, which we will get to, which is every iteration after you is so much better than the base you. Base you shouldn't exist. Okay, now we got Paul. Paul is extra bus ass tier, but Gengar, Gengar is OD. Okay. Paul needed something, and he didn't have that something. And because he didn't have that something, he floundered into... Who was that monster again? Essentially. I mean, he had artillery, so he's not going to go and shrieking Legianis here. I don't hate him. But, like, there was no one... I don't even see why people even fought this monster. When I learned that Lavizoth was the least fought monster in base world, I was like, people fought Paul? But then again, you didn't actually have to fight... Lavizoth. You had to fight Paul, but Paul was just ass. Gengar is the mix-up god, bro. He'll put the sleep all over the place, and then and be like, "Yo, guess. Don't guess. I'll guess for you." And then he absolutely forces you in situations where you're gonna fall asleep. And then when you fall asleep, you're gonna get hit with some extra shit. I mean, I think honestly they should nerf the sleep gas, because he smothers you. He absolutely just smothers you. You have to block from all directions. You have to be prepared to get hit from every side, because it's like, okay, I'm not gonna hit you from this side, but I'll put some gas here, I'll put some gas there, and I'll put some gas here, and then I'm gonna tail slam him from this other direction. He covered all his bases. I think the only true way to like counter him hard body is use like Insect Glaive, because anyone who's ground based, you're gonna have a very, very, very tough time. I caught nothing but bust ass when fighting Gengar. He is so godlike. Now let's go to Raytheon. Raytheon is... It's a Raytheon. It's kind of aight. I don't know what else to say. Wait, is that pink Raytheon? Doesn't look like pink Raytheon. Is it? Oh, this is... Yeah. They're Raytheons. I don't know what else to say. Like, I've been fighting these things for like 15 years now. There's nothing extra about them. They're good, you know what I mean? But they're just Raytheons. Yeah. Let's get some ehs out the way. Let's get some monsters out of here. Oh wait, there's Savage Devil Joe. Look at him. Yeah, they're together. I like them. Ooh, Brute Tigrex. Bus ass tier. Yo, look at how they massacred my mans. His sound beam is godlike, but that's all he got, and he don't even have that. The range is like this, and we all know, anyone who's long into knows that, yo, this is not my man's range. My man's range is like way out. You can't even see my hands no more. Him joints is out there, bro. Everyone knows Brute Tigress's main thing is to use his roar to attack. In World, you don't have to worry about that. You can be up underneath my guy and not get hit by his roar. They did him wrong. He deserved much better. I'm sorry, they really did my man's wrong. Who else we got here? Oh, we got Rajang. Well, let's go ahead and put both of them in extra bus ass. I'm a hater. Actually. I said it. Rajang be giving me the extra bus ass, okay? I'm hating this time. Let me hate. Rajang, base Rajang gives me extra bus ass. Furious Rajang just gives me bus ass. I'm hating. You know the come down extra smash, boom, where it completely deletes all your HP even if you're blocking. That's why I hate him. But Furious, he got that. And then yipe, that's OD. So I gotta give it to him. Yo, Zor Magdaros. Look at my man out here looking OD, bro. Yo, OD. Yo, OD. He is up there on the list, my guy. I feel like I should explain this. The reason why he's so high on my list is, out of all the monsters we've ever fought, where you climb on their backs and do stuff, his was the most dynamic, the most fun, the most heart-pounding, the most intense. I was at the edge of my seat. Every time I fight him, I still am like, damn, man, it was so epic when I first fought. and it's still kind of epic from time to time. It's just like when you grind a monster 1,000 times in, it loses the epicness, if you will. But for the most part, Azor Magdaros was an incredibly fun fight, very dynamic, very cool for a story anyway. As far as story fights go in any monster in the game, he's probably one of the best ones. I will say Gore Magala is probably the best story fight, build up and so on, but Azor Magdaros is right there. No one agrees with what I said there. Oh, look at Zinogre. Bust ass tier. Actually, nah. Zinogre's kind of aight. Where's my man's though? Yeah. OD. Yo, Psycho Crusher. That's all I gotta say. My man has a Psycho Crusher. The Dragon Balls got nerfed. Pretty, not super bad, but kind of bad. He don't throw out as many. The tracking is 4U tracking. 3U tracking ain't ever coming back. That shit was OD. But he has the Psycho Crusher. He has Dragon Balls. He has other things with him. He's fairly cool. He still has the back rubs. Zinogre has back rubs. Zinogre actually got a huge buff. I actually like Zinogre a lot better in this game than I've ever liked him ever before in my life. Fixed a lot of issues I had with him, and the fight is a lot more fun, a lot more dynamic, and it's not as cookie cutter as it used to be. If it was the same old Zinogre, he definitely would have been bust ass tier, but he's kind of aight now. He's doing better. Trust me guys, I'm not hating anymore. He would be fire if I didn't have that old stigma that's kind of like burning me. Maybe actually he don't deserve to be way down there. Let's put him up. Hey, he's actually there you go. If they fix him in if they keep doing as they're doing with him now in Rise, because he's gonna be in Rise. He's the literal, besides the Wraths, he has like the most perfect record. Him and Devil Joe have, I think, perfect record since their introduction in the 3rd gen. No other 3rd gen monster has been in every single game since then, except these guys. His perfect attendance record, I should say. All right, so what else we got here? Yo, let's put both of them in OD. Both of them in OD. My God, Young Garuga, one of the most devastating monsters of all time. Well, actually, I gotta do it. Yo, Scarred is godlike. The rapid fire, I lost my shit, bro. And then he has the leap, and then just just dive bomb into the freaking ground. He's a nut butter beyond nut butters. He has like one of the greatest glow ups in Monster Hunter history. He is the original bad guy. The original monster who walked in was like, I don't give a fuck what's going on. I hate you and everyone else here too. Everyone has to die. I don't care. And I'm gonna make sure that you definitely do so. That's always been his stigma. I've talked about other bad guys before, monsters who show up literally just to be that guy, to just be like, F you. Dead serious. Baz is another bad guy. By the way, actually so was Rajang. Rajang is actually kind of a bad guy. Nevertheless, Young Garuga has always been getting better, just consistently getting better. Every iteration of Young Garuga has been so much better, like to the point to where fighting Young Garuga in the previous games and fighting Young Garuga now, that's 2 completely different monsters, and every time you see them. I know that's kind of the par for the course for some monsters, but some monsters get small tweaks. Young Garuga gets bigger tweaks, and he's just so well done in this game. His history of being that guy as well is just so fantastic. All right, where else we got? Who else we got? Oh look, there's Ruger and Nergigante. Where'd I put Nergigante at? Nergigante is here. Ruiner is here. Ruiner's fire. He's good. Actually, yeah, Ruiner's good. Ruiner's good. I like Ruiner. He did a good job. Shout outs to Ruiner, literally fixing everything that was wrong with your base form. Not Miel, godlike. Fuck with you. All right, that's my man's right there. This Elder Dragon, #1 favorite monster to come out of the 5th gen. Beep. Actually, I gotta do it. Beep. There we go. Like, so epic, so fantastic, so beautiful. Just everything, anything that's good, I can give to this monster. Has an amazing fight, has amazing armor, has amazing weapons, has amazingly designed armor, has an amazing battle. The influence on the environment that actually has is pretty dynamic as well. It's just, there's nothing wrong with this monster. I legitimately cannot think of a single flaw this monster has besides the fact that it's not underwater. That's it. Like, I can't think of anything worse to say about this monster. This is the best monster in the entire 5th generation, bar none. Rise isn't out yet. I get it. But currently as it stands, I feel like this is the best monster in the entire generation. Like, flat out. Pukei-Pukei, kind of there. Actually, Pukei is kind of bust ass. Where's my man Coral? Coral is pretty fire. Pukei-Pukei's kind of there. Took the shine of my man Chameleos. Coral is really dope because when it comes to subspecies, my favorite thing about subspecies monsters is where you take the fact that you're different, so different in fact to the point to where you're not just a palette swap. Please don't be a palette swap. Please don't be Pink Rathian. Don't be Pink Rathian. Don't be a Rathalos. Don't be the same thing you already were with a different move. Don't do that. Coral Pukei-Pukei is its complete own different entity. Like, Pukei-Pukei has the poison, Coral Pukei-Pukei has water. How Coral Pukei-Pukei goes about getting that water is legitimately an incredibly fantastic and super, like, believable thing. The only other subspecies I can think off the top of my head who has such a, well, Zinogre and Zinogre. They took on 2 different bug types to charge their bodies up. One was Dracophage, the other one was Thunderbugs. And it made them do other things. It's that kind of dynamic where it's like a symbiotic relationship between the insects that made them do different things. Coral Pukei-Pukei is like, bro, I want water, so I gotta go get the water out the little flowers or whatever in the coral highlands. That's just kind of its thing. It's believable. It's a believable subspecies. Glacial Ignactor. They retooled that entire monster from top to bottom essentially to make him fit in the tundra. Everything about him works more in the tundra. He is smaller because it's harder to get things to eat in a vast, like, frozen wasteland. His beak bigger, more pronounced to help drill into the rock hard ice. And like, his armor, his body armor is rock solid, is frozen solid because of his trips underneath into the frozen water channels. I mean, it just fits. Ecologically, it just fits. Fantastic. Rathalos is fire. Probably here. Rathalos didn't get enough shine. Rathalos, truth be told, Rathalos is almost bust ass tier. I'm not gonna lie. The thing that's I would have put him in bust ass tier, 100%. The thing that saved him is in G rank, he has new attacks. Like, he has the buzzsaw attack and whatnot. That kind of helped him. They changed him up a little bit. I do like how he goes and gets all the bones sticking on his body, the tar on his body, stick the bones on him so that way he can actually have the armor and do what he does. Fantastic. I do like how they did that. Try to make him different from that of Urigan. I mean, you don't want him to be exactly like Urigan. They did a good job of making them different. I'm not gonna say Coral Pukei-Pukei style because he looks different but acts basically the same. Whereas Coral Pukei-Pukei looks and acts different completely. Like, he's in a different environment, so he took on, okay, Urigan at its core is made of his environment. Urigan has rocks on his body because he has tar and then he puts the rocks on his body. Tar over here, bones everywhere, you know, that kind of thing. He could have been better, in my opinion. Rathalos, bust ass tier, it's Rathalos. CC is fire. Nah, I can't do that to CC. CC is kind of high tier, kind of not fire. CC is an absolutely trash monster. Nothing about CC is good except the fact that whenever you're fighting a monster in the Coral Highlands, it will not engage you. It'll flash whatever monster is there and then go on about its business. It's a free flash bomb. Godlike. Toby Versace is OD. Let me tell you why. This design. Put both of them in here. Let's go ahead and do it. This design. Yeah, you're good there. You're good there. Its monster design is impeccable. Like, it is right up here with Namiel in terms of actual monster design, like new age monster design. I don't even know what kind of wyvern this thing is. This thing's like a fanged wyvern, but dude, everything it does, it's like Nargacuga, but like better Nargacuga. God, Nargacuga, you are just bust ass tier, bro. Yeah, you're bust ass tier. I'm sorry, I ain't got nothing for you. You just bust ass. You're better now than you've probably ever been, but you are still bust ass because you got things like Toby Versace out here outclassing you. You literally could have been better, but you're just bad. damn, bro. I mean, I'm not even mad. I don't even hate you. I like you. Just, you're not good. You hate to see it. That's called power creep, ladies and gentlemen. So anyway, Toby Versace in both regards. Let's talk about the regular one first. Toby Versace, when he walked into the scene, he is one of the few thunder type monsters, other being like Kieran, but Kieran. Its armor is pretty cool, but I'm more on the design of the monster. The design and how it actually battles is intense. The fact that it can like leap from the trees and everything to do what it does reminded me of like Barioth, whom of which is right here, who's also OD tier. Actually, where's Old Man Barioth at? Hold on. This is Black Veil Hazak, isn't it? We'll put them together because same reasons, the exact same reasons, for sure. I didn't know that he was there. I missed him. I wasn't paying attention. But Frostfang, let's put Frostfang in fire, and just give me an OD tier as well. Because Barioth has never been bad. Barioth outclassed the Nargacuga from day one. And Frostfang is literally just better Barioth. Just better. You know what I mean? Just like, look at Barioth. Let's say Barioth had like stats, right? Frostfang is every single stat that Barioth has, just add like 10 points in every single stat. Just everything. All of his attacks, they're amped up or slightly modified for the better. His patterns are slightly modified or amped up for the better. His design is definitely for the better. His armor design and everything as well. His armor is fantastic. Weapons are OD. Weapons outclass freaking Velkhana's weapons, who we'll talk about. Who is fire tier. Incredible fight. Like, fight so damn good it's on the board of being unfair for me. I know there's hard counters to it and like insect glaive and things like that, but like its fight is fantastic. Very, very good fight. The design is actually pretty good. The story was ass. I'm gonna be real. The story was just ass. The story was ass. I hated the story surrounding this monster. It was bad. It was really bad. But Monster Hunter is never about story, but this was just terrible. Like, I don't know. But everything else about it is like really good. Really good. It's not the total package though, because like its design, even though it's really good, I still feel like it flounders a little too much in the designs of old. Looking at Kush here, like the literal Kush body, how this monster never really went from it and did more. It does have the tail spear thing, which I really like. That's actually really cool, but I wanted it to do more. Okay, speaking of more, Gold Rathian is OD tier. Actually, yo, where's Silver at? Silver is fire tier. I'm not gonna lie. Like, Silver, the best Rathalos I've ever fought in my entire life. Yo, good job. The reason why you're silver tier, fire tier, not OD tier, because Gold Rathian, oh my god, is much better than you, my guy. Gold Rathian, that fight was intense. That fight was amazing. It was immaculate. It was something to behold. All right, it was, whoa. Then Silver Rathalos was like that fight, but less. Perfect example. I got it for you guys. Typhlosion and Charizard. They have the exact same stats. The only difference between the two is Charizard is half flying. That half flying helped my man Charizard a lot more than it did Typhlosion just being pure fire. Typhlosion lacked additional stab. It couldn't do anything against Pokemon who, like, for example, if Typhlosion walked up against a water type monster, a water type Pokemon, he better have Thunder Punch. Whereas Charizard can just use stab fly. You know what I mean? Or I don't know, maybe he learned Thunder Punch or something like that. I don't know. It's just like, it's small differences that make things a little bit different for you. The fact that Silver Rathalos's fight, he did have like a nuke or whatever, but Gold Rathian had a better nuke. Gold Rathian was just a better fighter. Gold Rathian's just a better fighter. The fight was a lot more intense. I mean, both monsters got huge glow ups. Don't get me wrong, but Gold had the better glow up. That's why. All right, we're coming down to the end of this here. Let's see. Is anyone else an extra? There you go. You're an extra bus ass tier. Jesus Christ, fucking Xeno. Xeno was the worst endgame monster in Monster Hunter to ever exist ever. The worst. The absolute worst. Saffi. Let's go ahead and get Saffi out of here. Saffi was kind of aight. Saffi was actually, yeah, Saffi was kind of aight. I hated the fight. I didn't like the fight. Funnily enough, the only thing that kept me going was the weapons. Everyone knows that. The weapons were the literal best weapons in Monster Hunter ever. So I only kept fighting because the weapons. The fight was pretty boring. It was one of those fights where it's like, dude, we get it. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't all that great. It got slightly more dynamic as you went further down, of course, because it's just how it goes. But it was never really that cool of a fight to me. I mean, the monster design, my man is literally a red dragon. You can Google search red dragon and that's him. So the design wasn't doing anything for no one. Actually, to be very fair, Xeno had a very good design. Would have been bus-ass tier if it was just a better fight. Xeno was dude, the designs for these two monsters, I cannot believe that people said that they were related in any fashion. I would never consider these two things to be related. I wouldn't even, if I was the developer for Monster, I wouldn't lie to you guys and say these two monsters are related. I would have had Xeno actually grow up and become a fucking spaceship, not a damn freaking bigger Rathalos. Annoying. Glavenus. I forget your name, my guy. I don't even know what is your subspecies name. I forget, but this is a hell of a fight. I really like this. Is the only Glavenus I like. I cannot remember your name for the life of me right now. Speaking of Glavenus, though, let's go ahead and get him. Let's go ahead and get him in the bus-ass tier. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. He shouldn't exist. His gear is woefully in every single department trounced by Rathalos. I don't even think there's even like a more attack, less element situation. His gear is just bad. Just bad. Attacking armor, well, armor is bad. Weapons are bad. He's just the same fight from before. I don't like him. This me being a little bit biased, but his fight was much better. It was more thought out. It felt more like an actual fight, more like a duel, I should say, between equals, that kind of thing. And the whole rusted blade, was it rusted blade? I don't know, but the acid thing sharpening the blade with the, it was his dynamic, his gimmick was much better, a lot more cool. Beatodos, extra bus ass here. Shara. Where does Shara belong here? Actually, we're not gonna do Shara. Let's do Fatalis. Fatalis is OD. It's Fatalis. It's not godlike. To be godlike, you know what? Fatalis, you godlike. You godlike. You literally are the most boring monster to fight next to Lao Shenglong. But in Iceborne, you're one of the most fun monsters to fight, period. Just period. Very tough, very unfair but fair at the same time. Like literal broken gear. The gear is broken. Like, I don't know what else to say. The gear is just broken. The armor, Fatalis armor is broken. Like, it's just broken. What skills can you have with Fatalis armor? The answer is yes. Okay, all of them. Anything that you want. The weapons are fan-freaking-tastic as well. Everything about Fatalis is just great. They really did it. They damn near Namielled my guy there. Nothing else to say. Any questions you have about me and Fatalis, just say he did a damn good job. Damn good job. Dak, what do you think about the fire? It's damn good. It's scary. What do you think about the flying? It's also scary. The whole dynamics of the fight. Yo, the build up to the fight for Fatalis was more epic than any build up to any fight in this entire game ever, except the cutscene with Namielle. Jesus Christ. Now, the last couple of monsters here. Banbaro is bus ass tier. Kind of there. Not very good. Actually, he's alright. The only thing he's good, he can run into the trees, come back with the tree, and throw it at you. Other than that, he's just kind of there. Tigrex, dude, I don't even know where to put you. Tigrex is so middling in this game. Where'd I put Brute Tigrex at? Bus ass tier, Tigrex. You kind of aight. Just kind of there. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't really recall Tigrex. He did a good job. He's like, where's Rathalos? Where's Rathalos? Rathalos is there, but where's Azura? He's also there. You're Raytheon. You're doing what you do. You know what I mean? You ain't doing it. You just doing stuff, I suppose. Seething Baz. Probably the last fire monster on this list. He's better than Kanai, but he's the worst of the fire monsters in this list. Because he's Baz, but he doesn't invade any hunts. He don't invade no more. They took his invading properties away, which was literally his whole thing. They took it away from him. Mexican Popcorn is an amazing attack, and he has a Nova. So everything I can just say about Baz, just added Seething Baz. The fact that he doesn't invade other fights though completely hurts the character much more than anything else. Still a fantastic fight though, really fun to fight. Epic cutscene, just the epic monster. They literally just directly nerfed one of his biggest things about him. That's like if Rathalos just didn't shoot fireballs anymore. That's exactly what they did to Seething. Okay, last 5 monsters. Brachy. Raging Brachy is hella OD. Raging Brachy is like right here, I should say, honestly, as far as OD goes. His armor is the best slap Gunlance armor in the series. Only just now is he beating Steel Urigan for the best slap Gunlance armor, meaning you put the armor on and do nothing else to it, and you have like the best Gunlance armor in the game. Straight up. His fight, however, was insane. It was epic. It was powerful. It was definitely a powerful thing. It was probably the most intense fights I've had in a long time in Monster Hunter. That fight was, especially when he gets the final area, he's just like boom, 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 boom. I was like, oh god, you know. I'm gonna give it to him. He did his thug dizzle. Fantastic job, Brachy. Fantastic job, my guy. Regular Brachy, he's kind of, he was there. It was that big of a jump for my man. It was that big of a jump. Actually, he's not even that bad. He's like the best kind of eyed, actually. Almost fire. The thing that stopped him from being fire is his usefulness. And, what was usefulness? Like, he is a monster, it's great. Nothing else he has is. Nothing else. No gear. Nothing. Now that I'm looking in Kanai's here, the only monster in here with good gear is Nerg. Oh, and also Saffi, but his gear is too good. I can't even give him full merit on his gear. It's too good. So now we come to the final 3. Fulgore. You know what? You OD too, my guy. You OD. You OD, Fulgore. You OD, man. You did it. Yo, y'all. These two, my man Fred and Andrew, they did it. I'm sorry. They're probably like low key. If you're not that's not an Elder Dragon. They did it. They held down the 5th gen so hard, body, bro. My man was the first gatekeeper. My man was literally like, yo, I'm like you, but we're just not better. Just as good. Sometimes you can be worse, but he took the electricity and was like, yo, I'm electric, Andrew. Baseline just as good. I mean, not bad. Not bad. To be fair to the universe, I could put him like here. You know what I mean? We'll do that. We'll put him there. He's good. He could have been, he didn't do more. He did electric Andrew. Good monster though. His armor is beautiful. All right, so the final 2. This guy. Where to put, hold on, where did I put him? I put him in extra bus ass tier. Yeah, I will put him in extra bus ass tier. The only thing that my man has going for him is, actually, no, I can't do that for him. I can't do it to him. Can't do it. I don't even know where to put you, bro. We'll stick you in fire. You're the last fire. Gotta be. Why? Your armor is trash. It's beyond beautiful though. Your fight is epic. That's it. Dude, this monster sucks. He does. I mean, I like him, but he sucks. Like, you know how you like something that just sucks? That's him, I guess. I don't know. Like, he's boring. Like, the fight is, no, not really. He doesn't have redeeming qualities. Like, he doesn't pull in enough areas. He's not super omega fight, and he's not super actual trash. His gear isn't super omega good, but it's actually freaking beautiful. So like everything, he's like the perfect in the middle monster, 100% smack in the middle, which is fine because he's the lowest tier in fire. And then we have the final. We have Satan himself. We have the Elatrion. You know, I'm not ready for this. I thought I was ready. I know you guys were thinking, oh, Dak, I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna add a row below and then call it, like, I don't know, just put Elatron in there and then call it, ha 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 ha, you know, and then be like, make it black because whatever. And then bam, there's still Elatron in there. I know that's what you were thinking I was gonna do. I know. Trust me, that's not what I'm gonna do. So not what I'm gonna do. He's not going under fire though. Elatron might be OD. Dare I say even godlike. Let's talk about him first. Okay, so it's no secret to anyone that Elatron is my least favorite monster to ever exist. Okay, I hate this thing more than like dying in real life. I'd rather die than fight Elatron or something. I don't know. What's something you really hate? I hate this monster, this fictional monster that's in a video game that's not real, more than I hate things that actually happen to me in real life. Okay, like if I got stopped by the police, I'd rather fight Elatron or something. There you go. Yeah. Probably not that serious, but there is a lot of things that I don't like in real life that I like more than I like Elatron. However, with that being said, the way they did his fight is on par with Namiel and Fatalis. Brachy too. Namiel, Fatalis, Brachy, and Elatron have the best fights in this entire series to date, bar none. I can't even bring the hate that I usually have for this monster into the fold, because when I look at him, like, dude, your fight was actually impressive. It wasn't like how it used to be. It wasn't the same thing. Like, I hated him before because all the crap that he did and was cheap and like annoying and just whatever. But this time it's not like that anymore. I mean, there's answers for a lot of things that he has, and it's not as free as it used to be. It used to be free and like fourth gen, when they gave you the intake glaive, you just jump up and smack his head down. It was free. It was a free fight. It was free and no longer fun. But this one is not free. It's not like it's not fun. It's still Elatron, so you're still going to catch an exuberant amount of bus ass. Don't get it twisted. My man patented bus ass. He sells it on Thursdays. Dead serious. So he opens a little shop down the road and he's selling free bus ass. But I can almost put aside my hate for him and just let it rock, because they did so much more for his fight. Even adding the elemental DPS checks. Bro might just be godlike. Elatron is godlike. This is a story that this video is long, but my story with Elatron spans the majority of my hunting career. But let it be known that this day, today, in Monster Hunter World Iceborne, Alatron is godlike. He's moved from the realm of being the most hated monster that I actually have to not even being on my hated list. He moved into the realm of respect. And that's that. So anyway, guys, this is my list. Let's just go ahead and get rid of this tier because this tier doesn't exist. But yeah, this is the list. Fairly, I think it's pretty good. I think this list isn't that bad of a list. I'm fairly sure that a lot of people can agree with this list. But yeah, nevertheless, this is my list. This is my tier list. And as you know, I am your boy. If you disagree with my list, which I know you do, either post links to your tier. I'll put this tier thing in the description. Post links to your tier, or just type it out in the chat, you know, if you want to. You probably wouldn't do that. It's a lot of monsters. Just tell me what your list is. Show me your list. Tell me what your list is. Put links in the script in the comments. I don't care. Just let's talk about it. Let's get a huge discussion in here. Let's keep it easy, greasy, beautiful cover girl. With that said, it's been your boy. Take care.